saying we left the best for almost last, but we kind of did. Taylor Sheridan's Landman debuted on November 17, 2024, just after the election. And the West Texas-based Billy Bob Thornton-led series hit a main vein in America, pulling in big numbers, big moves for Paramount+. In season 2, Billy Bob's Tommy Norris, the smartest man in perhaps any state in the Union, and certainly the Lone Star State, became an oil company president and negotiated, among other things, drilling rights, sons, daughters, and a new boss, a cartel boss, played by Mr. Andy Garcia, and his own father, portrayed by Sam Elliot. Landman, you could definitely cheer for Sam Elliot. Landman's second season ended on a cliffhanger by any other name, and a third season is on the way, all of which is saying, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Billy Bob Thornton. Director Stephen Kay. Andy Garcia. And Mr. Sam Elliot. Now, we could just talk about the amount of Oscar power we have on this stage. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. We'll talk Emmy power, but before that, there's a clip from season 2 of Landman. Yeah. And that's how you do it. Guys, that was an amazing season, an incredible season. We did not actually show you a clip of a coyote, but if you haven't seen season 2 of Landman, you definitely should. Coyotes are very important. I want to talk, Billy Bob, about so much of the second season, which I think really expanded the universe of Landman, is about relationships between father and sons. Tommy and Cooper, his son, and obviously you two. How was that dynamic for you? And because it was a big change from season 1.
Well, yeah, first of all, season 1 had a lot more of this sort of oil business, you know, and the actual, you know, out in the patch working on stuff. There was more danger. There was a lot of action and that kind of thing. And the second season really dealt more with the family relationships and the business side of it, you know. And it's easy to play father-son relationships when you're a father, and when you had a father that you had a very tricky relationship with. So, you know, yeah. So, yeah, it was just kind of putting on a, you know, nice pair of worn-in pants. And Sam and I go way back, so it's kind of easy for us to talk to each other.
Well, it's so, I mean, look, I don't mean to sound creepy, but it does feel like we're watching a father and son, because you guys have so much of that clip we saw from you guys. It's all what's unspoken. It's like they say about music, but what's between the notes is the real music. Sam, what was it like for you joining the show in season 2?
It was a gift, Bill. A big gift. I want to say one thing before I get into anything that I can mumble my way through. I'm the only actor sitting here with 3 directors. And we've spent the last 6 months, 7 months promoting this thing, chasing the Emmy, whatever you want to call it. And often all the attention goes to the 3 of us and the ladies and the rest of the cast. And the unsung hero is this guy sitting here looking like a biker. It's an amazing bunch of people to work with, to answer your question. And that is the gift in the beginning, is the people you're working with. And you couple that with a screenplay like Taylor Sheridan has, a director like...
Clap for Taylor Sheridan, I'm good with that.
There's just so many positive elements for all of us, as there are for the audience. You know, it's just, I just can't call it anything but a gift every time anybody asks me about it. I mean, the fact that I'm still working at this point is, I feel like a gift.
We don't want you to ever stop working.
You know.
And you talk about working. This gentleman just came in from Stagecoach last night, where he was playing with his band to be here. So technically the busiest man in Hollywood today.
You know, we were sold out at Stagecoach. I mean, come on.
Andy, in that second clip, I mean, in many ways, that particular scene between you and Billy Bob is really the antithesis of what happened in this season. What was it like for you and bringing your character and bringing this whole other dimension, which we saw a little bit of in season 1, but season 2 really opens it up?
Well, it all starts with Taylor's words and his scenes and how he lays out the arc of the character and the dynamic of what's going on in the scene. It's all there, you know, and then he gives us the freedom, and Stephen gives us the freedom to explore and play with each other and see where the thing goes. We were very proud of that scene, because when I got the scene, he comes in hot into my office, and one of the things in his speech he says, you can pretend to go and play golf with your friends at the country club, but I saw, you know, you killed a man in front of me, kind of thing. And I thought to myself, oh, my guy plays golf, you know? Now, being a golfer myself, I said, oh, would it be interesting if, when he comes in hot, that I'm practicing my putting. So I brought a putter and had this idea, and Steve and Billy said, oh yeah, that'd be great, let's do that. And the scene took that, and a dynamic of, you know, someone who's come in, it's so important for him to, you know, come and confront me. And this guy doesn't really take it that seriously, you know, he's kind of navigating. The frustrating thing, I think, maybe that's inherent in the scene or in the relationship is that, you know, Billy's character, for me, he's negotiating all the time, all this shit. He's got the world on his shoulders all the time. And when he has to come see my, you know, my character, it's a heavy scene for him. He's always on, it's something, but if you kind of step outside of that and you see it from my character's world, the Landman storyline, the Tommy Norris storyline and all that is just one of the many things that he's doing.
Well, yeah, I mean,
you know what I mean? He's also dealing drugs, and he's got investments in horses, and he's managing maybe a hedge fund and real estate. So this is just it's like one part of his life that he takes seriously, and he's interested and engaged because he really likes Tommy and he likes the potential of the business. But he's got a lot of different, you know, like when Tommy left that scene, maybe I had to go, I got to go to that next meeting right now, you know.
Well, that's one of the things I think it's interesting what you say about how you guys improvise to some degree that golf scene, because it shows a certain disdain and a certain like, hey, you're number 7 on my list today.
Yeah, no, the scene wasn't improvised. The staging was fresh, but the words are Taylor's. We didn't change the world. We just threw a putter into it, you know.
But it makes it about, Stephen, as Sam said, I mean, you are in many ways a secret weapon of the Taylor verse. You've worked on so many of the shows, as well as Sons of Anarchy and many others and projects of your own. What do you look for to get the feel? Like when we looked at that clip with Sam and Billy Bob, you know, it's almost a classic Western scene, and yet it feels so new.
You know, I just have great ingredients, and I try to get the fuck out of the way. You know, that's I look at my job as like, you know, celebrate these guys in the words and give everybody a safe place to play.
Really?
That's easier said than done, you know, and it's easier said than done. And us that we've been blessed to, Billy and Sam and I have been blessed to be around for a long time. There's a lot of people that do just the opposite while you're making a film, and the space is not there. There's a lot of result-oriented instructions all the time, and when someone has an acting background and the sensibilities to set yourself up for play and discovery, that's a special gift. It's not something that's done casually. It might look like that he's underplaying his importance, but it might look like, oh, this is going all so easy. Yeah, so it goes so easy because the person who's setting the tone for the thing is giving us the ease to explore, you know, so.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
Seriously. I mean, I'd rather work with Stephen than just about anybody. I mean, he's such an unsung hero of this show, and he doesn't come up and say shit like, I had a director one time tell me, he was from somewhere, I can't remember where he was from, but he said, this time like hummingbird. I don't really, so move my arms faster? I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Or, you know, the ones who tell you more yellow, and it's like, just say faster, louder, quieter, just stuff like that. And I'm sorry, but once you get all heady with stuff, then, it only confuses people. And Stephen just comes over, we tell some jokes, hang out with each other, he says action, and then he'll come up and maybe he'll have an idea, but he says something specific. He goes, dude, you're supposed to, you know, say it to that guy, not this one.
Plus he's running 3 cameras at the same time, which is like, that's a gift in itself. You know?
Well, what is that like for all of you guys? Because it seems like when you all 4 of you talking, when we were talking backstage too, it's like there's chemistry, there's camaraderie. Does that lead to a really good shorthand that gets those days you're just banging off? Yeah? Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot more fun when you like the people you're working with, you know. I mean, I've known Billy for a long, long time, as he said, you know, and it's just to get to go to work, you know. All you gotta do is be ready when you get there. Make everybody's life easier.
Now you guys have been obviously, you got a 3rd season coming up. You guys are gonna get back to work soon. But I want to ask you, Landman, when it came out, I said it in the intro, the numbers were amazing. All of you, I'd like to know, what do you attribute the success of this show to? In a time when people talk about fractured viewing and this and that, millions of people are watching this show.
Well, initially we thought that it was going to appeal to the middle of the country. I mean, that was the hope for it, you know. We didn't think the coast would go for it, and we certainly didn't think it would become like this huge international hit. We had no idea, so we're humbled by that and very proud of it. And I mean, we have fans in Uganda and Australia and everywhere else. I think a lot of it, and this is just my feeling, and it may not be true, but I think it's because the characters are all unabashedly who they are, and they're just honest about everything. And the show has, you know, Taylor's shows normally will have a vibe, and this one has several, in terms of it has emotion and humor and drama and absurdity and danger and all those different things, you know. So I think the variety on it appeals to people, and I don't know, you know, we're not going to get any Emmys, that ain't going to happen, but it's like, that's because of the reasons. Oh, stop. Stop. Dude, every time I had to put on that same suit I've been wearing for 35 years and go to one of
That's a nice suit, though. It's a good suit.
And the winner is, I could say it, but I won't.
All right. Sam, why do you think the show's so popular?
It's a mystery to me.
I'm going with that. Steven, this is like one of those speed rounds, right?
I think honestly, I think it's what Billy said. I also think we love each other, and you can sort of feel it when you watch the show. There's a whole lot of heart in the show.
I think a respect for the material and respect for each other, and you mix that with a little bit of a hummingbird, and you're good.
Never play down the hummingbird.
Let me say, the thing about this show, and the thing we were talking about all of us working together and how's that and getting along and all that. To me, what this show is it's like a kind of a reflection of what we all would like to deal with from day to day. You know what I mean? Like people that you want to be around, people you love, people that are decent to each other. You know, and I think today, more than any time, that's what we're all craving.
And that's why he's Sam Elliot. Thank you very much, everyone. The 4 incredibly talented